Hello my lovelies, it's Lunar Light Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you're new, I am so honored to have you with me here today. So y'all saw that title, you already know what it is. This is life-changing messages that you need to hear. Alright, so I have 4 piles here in front of me. Pile number 1 is Amethyst. Pile 2 is Clear Quartz. Pile 3 is Black Tourmaline. And pile 4 is Opalite, okay? So this is a Rumi reading. I don't know if you saw my last one, but essentially I pulled one card from the Rumi deck, or the Rumi Oracle deck by Lana Fairchild, which has really long definitions, so it's going to be a really in-depth reading, even though it's probably going to be short. Then I pulled some other cards from the Romance Angels and also the Message from Your Angels deck. So that'll be our reading today. It's going to be short and sweet and hopefully really impactful and really help you guys just do whatever you want to do, get on the right path, and to motivate you. Okay, that's always my intention. So let's go ahead and get into your reading, and I will see you at your pile. Okay, bye-bye. Hello there, pile number 1. If you chose this beautiful amethyst crystal, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I've only pulled a few cards here today. This is essentially a 3-card reading. If you guys like this one, I'm actually going to be putting this one as a service really soon on my website once that all gets set up and everything. Anyway, though, so your card that you got from the Rumi Oracle, that's your life-changing message, is From Nothing to Everything. So go ahead and check that out. Really gorgeous imagery here from Lana Fairchild. I just love this deck a lot. So let's go ahead and get into what it means, okay? Now these have super long definitions, so I'm going to be reading from the book, that way we don't miss a thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. So there are a couple poems, and then there's also a long definition. Alright, so let's start with the poems. Oh, my friend, if you are longing to be written on, become a blank page. Have you been shedding your skins, your layers, your certainties? Gone are fixed identities and definite opinions. Keep casting those shackles aside, even if you fear you are releasing too much, and then perhaps you shall cease to exist. You shall only cease to exist as you have known yourself to be thus far. Another examination of you awaits, blazing angel, something more beautiful and true. Yet here you are at the pruning stage, like a gardener for the soul. Shall the garden spring back to life, or will it be, or the enthusiastic denuding process be rather too much and unintentionally kill off the garden altogether? Fear not. Your soul is your soul is made of hardy stuff. It can handle a lot of culling and will shine even brighter for it. There is a greater story to be impressed upon your essence than the one you are currently dreaming up. Though you are brilliant, no doubt about it, my angel of love, there is one who is even more so. The imagination of this great writer is beyond our comprehension. The stories that pour forth from the cosmic poet in every moment are so rich, they inspire the creation of art and music. One such a story is created for you. Yes, you, with the starring role and all the best supporting cast. You shall gasp in wonder, awe, glee, and delight when you hear it. It is a great romance, a great adventure, with an ending truly spectacular and divine. Would you wish to hear it? Become attentive now. Put your own tales aside, as dramatic as it may seem right now, and prepare to be entranced by the great storyteller, the living poet of love, as you are entranced in a tale of your own unfolding divine destiny. Whoa, so we have stuff about healing so far. You're probably in a pruning stage. Okay, let's go ahead and look deeper into this. Like I said, the definitions are long, hun. Okay. There are moments on the path of love that seem to focus on letting go. Letting go of identities, of knowledge, of certainty, of opinion, and even attempts at control. We may feel as though we are being stripped back to our core, and even then, perhaps further still. We may wonder if we can bear it. What shall, if at all, remain intact through these rigors? We may feel challenged every time we attempt to become great, as though we are blocked by circumstances beyond our control. Again and again, it is as though a greater hand smacks our wrist the moment we try to take hold of something firmly, someone, anything that brings us certainty or instability. Such are the rigors at an advanced stage on the path. We meet this challenge when our soul is ready for it. Why must it be thus? This is a sage question indeed. When we are asked to dispense with our story, the interpretations we have given to our life experiences over the years, we may not hear the request at first. We may vaguely note it, but we do not recognize the great divine source asking this of us, and so we do not give such an inclination due accord. We may persist with spinning our own tales instead. Oh, our mind may fancy itself to be a great wrangler of the word, impressed by its own judgments and declarations, yet, in the light of comparison with the divine tale for our soul, our fancies shall pass away, revealed as so very frail, like clouds dissipating in the sky. This is saying like the divine's plan is bigger than our own plan. Perhaps we are graced with the realization there is so much more, or perhaps we still don't get the hint and move into struggle as we try to enact what our story should be. We may hit obstacle after obstacle and create even more terror in our storytelling. That life is such pain, a struggle, that success may not be for us, that we are forgotten and unheard. Yet we could equally choose to wonder if obstacle after obstacle, closed door after closed door, is just a prompt for the open window to climb through. And if so, instead of seeking to impose our small story upon the greater truth, we can live in the truth of our divine destiny. Then something magical happens. We participate through presence along with the unfolding story of our soul journey. We open up to whatever is asked of us, presented to us, happening through us, as we choose each day to come alive as much as we can. Then, if by magic, there's something else that occurs. Sorry guys, city noises. I got shocked by that. Okay, that would be grace. Real, rich, dripping with goodness and sustenance, grace. This is the sacred blessing that enables us to pay attention to opening doors rather than closing ones. The divine assistance that let us know our life is proceeding according to a greater intelligence and plan. Once we stop thinking quite so much and live day to day, we will be blessed with the realization that our individual life story is so much more extraordinary and perfect than anything we could have summoned, even with our wild and mildest imagination. This oracle comes with guidance for you. You are being asked to let go, to receive, to become empty, to be filled. This may mean letting go of an attachment to a lover so you can receive greater genuine love. It may be no longer holding on to a fantasy of your dream job, but being guided into your most soulful and successful vocation. It may mean letting go of your wishes for your body or health to be other than it is, so you can simply get on with living each day, taking steps into wellness without thinking beyond one day at a time. It is a divine paradox that It is the divine paradox that when we are asked to surrender a story or fantasy, it is because reality is knocking at our door, more often than not, with the delivery of what we have been fantasizing about, but in the best way for us. The human experience of this paradox is that you may feel that you are giving up hope, that your fantasy is dying. It may be very painful and bring you much grief, but all that is dying is your attachment and opinion about how it must be. This needs to happen so you can stop dreaming and start living it. This is what is happening to you now. Do not fear any part of your process. Embrace it without expectations, with your trust in your heart that the divine is simply guiding you from fantasy to fulfillment. Wow, I love that so much. So wow, you guys are really letting go in a massive, massive, massive way. And this reminds me of so many things that I've gone through on my own path that relate to this. And I know I talk about twin flames quite a bit, or actually I don't talk about twin flames at all. But I remember when I was kind of like letting go of the twin flame ideology. I know this is going to be, triggering for some people. I guess it is what it is. But it wasn't for me, right? It wasn't for me, and I started to like let it go. But that involves so much of my reality. It involves so much of my spirituality, and I felt like I was ripping away a piece of myself, and that I didn't know what was going to be left afterwards. And after, I was completely different, yeah, in a way that I couldn't expect. But it was so much better than I ever thought it could be, and I became a person who I always wanted to be and that I thought I could be, but I didn't realize that that was holding me back. And that was my own story, right? It's not going to be like that for everybody, but that feeling of what am I going to be after I get rid of this? Am I going to like exist in the same way? And I think the answer is no. We're not going to do this in the same way. We're going to be a different version of ourselves that's even better, brighter, and more capable than our versions before. So for your clarifiers, you got the wedding card and also Fiona. And Fiona says, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. All right, so for wedding, this card to me indicates that things are getting very serious, okay? Things are getting very serious on your spiritual path. You become very advanced on your spiritual path. And this to me is a sign of enlightenment. You know, to have these massive structures tear away from your life, this really is a sign of enlightenment to me. And the angels are helping you get to this next phase in life. So continue to take it day by day, like the oracle says. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys today. I know it's short and sweet. I hope you guys liked this style of reading. Like I said, I'm going to offer this style of reading soon. So if you're interested, that's going to be up next couple months or so. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, love and light. Bye-bye. Hey there, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the beautiful clear quartz crystal, this is your reading, of course. Let's go ahead and get into it. I got some interesting shadows going on today, huh? Anyway, so this is just a 3-card reading. I'm actually going to be offering this service really, really soon. So if you're interested in this kind of reading after you receive it, if you like it. Anyway. So let's go ahead and get into it. For your main life-changing message, you got the Angel Raspbar. Check out the imagery there. Really, really gorgeous. We have this blonde with super long hair. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to be using the Rumi Oracle card book today because the definitions are so long. The only way I can ever use these cards is in a reading like this. So I wanted to use them today. So let's go ahead and get into it. We have 2 poems and then a long description of what it is, okay? So let's go ahead and start. All right. First poem. Tell me the truth, I asked love. What are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. The master speaks of a den of riches where many precious jewels can be found. In abundance they lie, patient, ready yet to be claimed. Go scoop them up, urges the master. The devoted ones look but cannot see. Where are the precious jewels, they cry, for we cannot find them anywhere. The master gazes lovingly at the devoted ones and responds kindly. In service, my beloveds, you shall find the jewels through service. For what is the soul but the finest and most precious of heavenly jewels? What is service but the scooping up of the soul that does not lie lost nor unclaimed, but instead honored for all of its precious worth and beauty, tended to until it becomes vibrant as a flawless ruby radiant in the joy of living. Damn, that was kind of deep. Okay. That's the point, huh? Okay, now the definition. Divine contribution is offered to those who wish to contribute to the world. The great beloved sees what is in your heart and what you wish to offer and is saying yes. So if you're being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven, such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love and therefore desiring to serve. So then do not doubt yourself, beloved. You have been blessed with this by the Master to find the precious jewel of your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts then. Yet perhaps this is not easy for you to do. Perhaps you look at the world, even your chosen field of endeavor, and you already hear so many voices speaking. You may wonder if your own contribution would simply add noise to a cacophony. You may wonder if you can really help, if you really had anything genuine to add, or if there's just too much noise anyway. You may hesitate and become fearful. Do not despair, my beloved. It is part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world. Something that has its place even amongst all that activity. Something that is absolutely needed in the hearts of all. That precious gift is the true silence of peace. It is the living experience of the eternal love of the divine that asks nothing but to be received and gives itself unconditionally. That silence is presence underneath even the most ruckus noise, if one knows how to access it. The true silence can only be felt through the beautiful feeling heart. When you know how to feel it, to surrender to it, you can transmit silence in many ways. Through the peace you cultivate in your heart, in your own daily living, through your presence, through your art, even through your own voice, written, sung, or spoken. Yes, even through the sound that is your path, even through sound if that path is your service. Silence can emanate through your voice, and divine silence can be felt in the heart of others. The true and great silence, as you may realize, my dear angel, is not the absence of sound. It is the experience of the divine presence of love. This is so long. So, shall you trust the wisdom of the Master who bids you to serve according to the graces you have been given? Will you choose to put aside your doubts and instead believe in yourself and the power of the divine love that reaches out to the world through your willing soul? Ah, yes, I knew your brave heart would accept this empowerment. I knew you wanted to serve more than you wanted to fear. Whatever is in your heart, the method by which the great jewels shall be collected. Okay? Whatever you want to do, basically. The Master teaches us that we are built to serve according to higher perfection. Master being the universe, guys. So, if to dance is in your heart, then dance. Be open and free. Do not hide. Dance. If prayer is in your heart, then pray. If you can feed the poor with food, if you can give the despairing kindness, the lost your words, those who have turned away from the great Master a healing touch, then do so. Do so without doubt, without having to be the best or the greatest, or any other notion in your mind conjures. Just be willing. Willingness, not perfection, is required from you. So then there is room for freedom to awaken within you. Willingness opens you to divine assistance, and through that empowerment, an even greater joy of being will grow within your sacred heart. Your service can flow from simply being yourself in the world, completely and utterly. Your radiance can become one of the sacred candles of the Holy Master. There are so many candles that hold the Master's light, and yet each one of them is precious beyond compare. Be such a light. Scoop up the jewels through your service, and do not render yourself incapable through nightmares of false imagings and smallness of mind. Yes, your heart is too big for your mind, and it will break open. But that is okay. Do you think you only serve love, and you're not also served by love? The helpers are always helped. This is love's way. Do you feel as though you are a foreigner in this land? Ah, Angel Rasbar shall show you the way then, for she knows you from a long, long time ago, though you might have temporarily forgotten the acquaintance. She is a great hostess and guide in this terrain of divine love, and she remembers you. You who are great of heart and capable of contribution, you who are now signing up for service in the great work of love. Yes, there is much work for you to do. Your purpose is bestowed. Serve, assist. Do not hold back for any reason. Not one reason you could imagine is worthy of you. So then aliveness, so then service, so then joy. Help and be helped. This is the way for you now. This oracle comes with guidance. You are being guided deeper into your life purpose and divine destiny. Like a maturing adult who's ready to take on the mantle of greater responsibility, your soul is stepping up. You're going through a process of assuming more spiritual responsibility for the honest and empowered expression of your own essence. And through that, your healing presence in the world is increasing. You are stepping forward and upward onto your path. It is appropriate now. It'll make you more visible, but that is as it should be. It is not about being worth more than another. It is about the utterly sensible use of a light. Let it not be dampened down by a shade, but instead be placed where it can cast its fullness so that others still in the darkness may find their way more easily. This is efficient, intelligent, and sensible. Your success and growth is drenched in compassion and brings joy to the hearts of the master as another and another to find their way, benefiting from the light of your being. So shine true, be humble, and not dismissive of your gifts. Allow others to find their way more easily because you chose to honor the power of the great silence that emanates through your evermore as you trust and surrender. This oracle brings special messages of reassurance that you are making progress and indeed are on the right path. Although it may not unfold as you anticipate, it will indeed unfold. You are making a positive impact in the world more than you consciously realize. And you are asked to therefore continue. Do not give up. Do not turn back. Just continue. Take your steps, your journey, and know that the great master is aware of you, is sending you the holy ones, including the ancient wise mother, Angel Rasbar, to bring you the blessing of true silence now. Let it clear and soothe your mind. Help you remember the peace that dwells within you. All is well. Wow, God, I'm literally like tearing up over here. This is so gorgeous. If you're still watching this, right? I know that was like really long-winded. This is incredible, and you are about to go and elevate so much on your spiritual path. If you were thinking about, serving in any way possible, now is your time. Now is your moment. You are ready, okay? And I love this because this goes so well with the message here. You have expressed your love, and then Teresa. So I'll talk about express your love first. I mean, this is so obvious. I mean, they're talking about how your love emanates through what you do, through your light, and they want you to express yourself, express your love, express your light, express whatever you have to give to this world, And this is how I felt when I started my channel. I was like, I don't really know if I have anything to actually say until, like 10,000 people started following me. And then I was like, maybe I do have some shit to say. You know what I mean? There's so much more within you than you even realize. And just by starting, you're going to find everything that you need to keep going, okay? So just continue. And then we also have Teresa. This says, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs. Now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. So the one thing I have to say about light work and, like using your voice and being light and all that from experience is that sometimes you can get so wrapped up in taking care of other people and serving and doing our best that we can forget to take care of ourselves. So just be mindful of that as you go, across your journey and taking your time. Be mindful to take care of yourself the way you take care of other people. But basically, that is all I have for you guys today. This is so gorgeous. I should have teared, guys. I'm shook. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this. Really hope that it helped you and that it benefited you on your path. That is always my intention. Of course, I have the OG reading here today. That's going to be all about how do people view you as well. If you want to know about that, check that out later. That is it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, love and light. Bye-bye. Hello there, pile number 3. If you chose this beautiful black tourmaline crystal, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. I am using the Rumi cards today. A little bit of the Romance Angel and Message from Angels deck. You actually got the most cards at any of the deck. I was only trying to get 3 because these definitions are so long. So let's go ahead and look at what you got though. You got divine discontent. Okay, check it out. That image, though, this art is really, really gorgeous. If you guys want to purchase this deck, it's called the Rumi Oracle. I highly suggest, no affiliate link or anything. I just really love this. I really love this deck. Anyway, so we're going to start off with 2 poems and then the long definition. So guys, stick with me. It's going to be long-winded, but it's so worth it, okay? So let's look here. You guys got 12. Okay, here we go. First poem. Winter falls upon us so spring can bring new growth. Cry the tears, allow the longing. Sadness brings surrender and a deep desire to be free. I know your heart. I hear it breaking and groaning in the darkest night when you imagine yourself to be so silent, cast adrift in sleep. It speaks to me, that sacred heart of yours, whispering its longing and bemoaning, its divine discontent. It knows when something is amiss. It senses that something is not quite right. As yet, there is a piece of the puzzle missing. Even in its tremendous gratitude for all that it has, and there is so much gratitude and sweet appreciation in that precious heart of yours, there is a murmuring, a questing. It cries out to heaven, vouchsafe me a blessing. I cannot go on. I am broken in need of your tenderness for healing. I am empty in need of filling, not with stuff and bits, but with the most precious nectar of divine fulfillment. Nothing else will satisfy me. Please restore me to wholeness. I can bear this missing piece, this broken disarray no longer. I listen and I cajole that wise heart of yours. I praise it for its honesty and longing, for the longing of an irresistible perfume to the beloved, attracting the only salve that will soothe the divine discontent of your truth-speaking heart, that of the divine presence, absolute and unquestionable. Okay, so what you want is being heard. Okay, listen. There is a sense within you, perhaps quite obvious to your conscious mind, or perhaps only dimly registered as an unnameable underlying sense of anxiety. Something in your life is not quite right. It may be the sense, even amongst so much gratitude, of a yearning yet to be met, a longing yet to be fulfilled and satisfied. This is the pain of an awakening heart. That heart capable of bliss and ecstatic reverence for the sheer beauty and wonder of creation. Yet, as the heart matures, there will be a process of deep, passionate longing that awakens for the divine. It is the impatience for the caress of the great lover, for the presence of the divine to come to you. Over time, that longing will grow from a mild inner sense of incompleteness, needing to become whole. It would develop into a holy fever, a sacred rage, a stamping of one's feet, of dancing feet, rather. A pounding of fist upon the altar, a longing so deep and distressing that one may well break into tears at the impossibility of bearing the pain of apparent separation for even a moment longer. Where is my beloved? Cries the awakening heart. A call for my beloved, yet here I am still waiting. I can't stand this any longer. As devotion grows and passion for the divine intensifies, so too does this yearning So much so that this may feel as though your heart is breaking for the divine. Or perhaps you're not quite there yet. Your heart is attached to smaller gods, such as your status, your job, your lover, your body looking a certain way, or being able to live your life in a particular way. These smaller gods are not necessarily an issue, yet you have still drawn this oracle, and so it is guidance for that the divine wants to draw you closer. Sometimes that means we have the meager meal wrested from our hand, Sometimes that means we will have the meager meal wrested from our hand, took away, so that we may feast on something much more delectable and grand. The divine is a fiercely possessive lover. If there is a face of another beloved preventing you from longing for the divine embrace, and if you cannot see that it is the divine beloved within your lover that you are loving, well then, something must be done by heaven. That was complicated, huh? So make your relationships sacrosanct. Seek the divine in all things. When you cannot, the power of lesser gods has you in its grip. Acknowledge it. Bear witness to it. Do not chastise. Instead, be truthful. Let your heart break and lie prostrate on the floor, hands clutching, head bowed, as though your only sadness and plight could stir the heart of the divine beloved into descendant of succor and grace, saving you from life that's too far bland from your exquisite palate. Damn. Just don't misinterpret the pain and think that something is really wrong. If you are surrounded by status and money and cannot understand why you should mourn, it is even more important that you allow yourself to do so. Mourning is to be felt. Understanding is not so relevant. But if you must seek understanding, then know this. Dear blazing angel, you are just waking from the deepest slumber, and with your awakening heart, you're realizing a truth. Part of you, deeper, wider, vaster, and more instinctive, truthful, and intelligent than your mind, is lonely for the divine embrace. That is right. This is sensible. This is sanity. It is the pain, the real noble pain of the heart that says there's something more than this inadequacy. This settling for plastic instead of precious gemstones that must end now. I cannot be fed by pixelated sunsets and animation upon my computer screen. I yearn to be blasted by so much radiance and beauty by the real thing that I become stupefied. I must witness so much divine splendor that all I can utter is some incoherent grunt. My mind dissembled and my heart ignited with the presence of my beloved. I want to become fumbling, ecstatic wreck in the presence of my beloved. I want to allow this pain, this yearning, this divine discontent to guide me to my holy lover so that my life may never be the same again. And they mean the universe, guys. They mean like the divine. And so it shall be. The divine discontent growing within you is the beginning, not the destiny. The purpose is to lead you into your greatest connection with divinity. Do not resist it. Witness it. Do not dismiss it, trying to cover up its smell with rose petals. Let your rank discontent be the pathway to divinity. Look beyond what has been prized and treasured, and is now found to be plated and not the precious gold it was once esteemed to be. Do not be scared, for you are my sidekick on this great holy adventure. I am here, you see, just around the corner. This is the divine speaking. I have you in my sights, though you may not see me yet. I am holding a loaf of fresh bread, hot from the kitchen of the Creator, hoping to entice you with this wafting scent, tempting you to follow me on towards something of far more substance. If you are still stuck on pine-scented air freshener, imagining it to be akin to the wild scent of the pine forest for real, then how can I tempt you? Let the stench be the stench, then the fragrance of God can be discerned. And together we can leave what is left behind, once and for all, grabbing like hungry school children for the divine bread with sweet, fresh scent filling the air. I won't even hold you. That was confusing. All right. Okay. So basically, they're saying that what you're going through right now and the discontent you're feeling is going to guide you towards your highest destiny. Okay. So let's check out these other cards. I know those are super long-winded. I hope you guys got a lot out of it though, because it says here, retreat and unrequited love. So some of you guys, it could be literally about love, but I'm seeing that there's a situation in your life you're not happy with. I mean, obviously, discontent, right? Now is the time to retreat from the situation, take a step back, and honor your emotions. You know what I mean? If you need to cry, cry. If you need to journal, journal. Do whatever you need to do to get, to feel this, Not to linger in it and to wallow in it, but to feel it so that you can understand where you want next. What do you want for your life next? And how do you want to move on from this? Okay? And then we have Crystal from the Message from Your Angels deck. This says, have faith and hope because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you cannot see yet. This is gorgeous because this just tells me again that like what you're going through right now is just going to feed you information for what you want and the direction that you're going to take in the near future. Okay? So honor this time of your life, feel those emotions, and understand that they're guiding you towards a higher reality. Okay? I really hope that this helped you, that it benefited you. That is always my intention, of course. I thought it wasn't exactly a short and sweet reading. It was very like word heavy, but hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys like this style, okay? And that is pretty much it for me today. Of course, I have the OG reading for you guys. It's going to be all about how do people view you, all right? But other than that, I will talk to you guys next time, okay? Love and light. Bye-bye. Hello there, pile number 4. If you chose this beautiful Opalite crystal, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. I am using the Rumi Oracle deck today, and also a little bit of the Romance Angels and the Messages from Your Angels deck, okay? So let's see what you got as your life-changing message. You got Al-Zua, Star of Venus. Ooh, very beautiful. I love these cards. They're so awesome. If you guys are looking for a new Oracle deck that's like very profound, I would definitely suggest this one, Rumi Oracle. I don't have any affiliate links or anything. I just love it. It's really fantastic. So that is it on the imagery. Let's go ahead and look at your message, okay? I'm going to read from the book. And the book has 2 poems and also a long description, okay? So stick with me. It's going to be wordy, but it's going to be really worth it. This is the only way I can do these readings because these definitions take so long that I can only do in a reading like this. So anyway, let's go ahead and start though with your first poem. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor here for you. My beautiful one, born of pure radiance, you have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom, or fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the ways of this world may seem strange to you at times, you eventually declare it to be nothing but strange beauty, and expand your heart, revisiting nothing to allow all to be bathed in the radiance of your being. You are here to shed light of another world, a blessed world of unconscious, pure, and divinity so absolute that it transcends duality and instead brings all into oneness of the greatest love. So here's the definition. The star of Venus is a great androgyny, neither solely masculine nor feminine, but integration of both. The power it bestows is mighty and utterly based in love. When the star seeks us out, multiple blessings are bestowed and our spiritual growth can be accelerated in ways that may be quite dazzling and surprising to our more limited mindset and belief systems. With great blessings, great growth is possible. However, the blessings don't do the growth for us, making things magically happen. They give us the oomph we need, the power and the opportunities and assistance we need, yet it is still we who take the journey. The great spiritual journey for old souls at this time in Earth's history is a journey from duality to oneness. Many are still signing up for that wild, loving adventure. This oracle has come to you as a reminder that you too have been granted a ticket for that journey. This journey of oneness is not about denying duality, but about experiencing it as an expression of one love. It is about no longer being enslaved by it. It is about avoiding what is not wanted in order to pursue what is wanted. It is about embracing the all of finding order to pursue what is wanted. It's about embracing the all and finding the freedom and joy originally sought, but now through a path that takes you into the joy and freedom of existing within. Existing within, okay? To take the great transformation from man or woman into cosmic androgyny does not require that we lose our sense of femininity or masculinity. Rather, they become so superior in development that they cease to be distinguished from each other. Our masculine clarity, with its discernment, practicality, and application, becomes so tender, loving, compassionate, and tempered with grace that the feminine is integrated with it. Our feminine nurturance, dedication, and connection to life becomes so fierce that the discernment of wise action naturally prevails. With this great androgynous integration of the masculine and feminine into oneness, men and women of this beautiful earth become capable of new consciousness. It is one of based in love, of service to life, of letting go of judgments, stereotypes, and limited belief systems, and of opening up to compassion for all life. As the consciousness is anchored, spiritual growth becomes rapid. This is not necessarily without some bumps and bruises. Letting go of old notions of what is to be a man or a woman, to be masculine and feminine, letting go of fear of women or men, of emasculation or victimization, letting go of wounding, are all great steps forward. They promise liberation, empowerment, and compassion, as well as peace and happiness, yet they're not easy steps to take. Great resistance can be invoked within you as an individual and also within the culture around you, which you may find your notion of personal and spiritual empowerment confronting and challenging to their culture of fear-based enslavement of the soul. So then what to do? Al-Zua, the ancient shining one, also known as the star of Venus, holds much power and strength. Even a small blessing of her light is more powerful than the fear of thousands, if not millions, of people. She is known as a worthy ally in a battle of any kind, even a spiritual battle. You must, however, stay aligned with her way, which is not to fight fear with fear, hate with hate, or anger with anger. Does this mean that you should not feel fear, hate, or anger? Of course not. Venus denies no experience. So let yourself feel whatever you feel. The guidance is not to stop being human. Take the next step into divine human, into allowing the star blessing to nestle into your heart so you can shift as you feel the feelings, holding them with compassion, then choosing your own truths that resonate at a much far refined vibration. The rebellious passion of the star of Venus is that she seeks out whoever is ready to know more fully the truth of divine oneness. Whether the culture around them can acknowledge their own becoming more enlightened as a blessing or not, it is a divine gift nonetheless. How liberating it shall feel to be truly empowered to live life as you feel it is truthful, and to feel completely empowered to allow others to do the same, with joy in your heart. You understand that everyone is walking an unfolding path, that we don't have to all understand or justify the path of another to feel peace in our own hearts. If you are stumbling with judgment with yourself, do not fear. The blessing of Venus is coming to help you surrender it, to help you find your way through so you can be free now. Your guidance then is to trust your path, trust your evolution, even in the face of those around you reacting to it possibly in fear or discomfort. Trust in the path of others too. For in truth, there is one path and we are all on it. You do not have to convince anyone of anything. That is not your job. Your job is to embrace your wisdom, embrace your freedom, and empowerment to grow spiritually and live your life accordingly. You are becoming, through bestowal of grace, something more of a goddess and a god, of a human and a sacred animal integrated as one. This is sacred alchemy, amplified in the star fires of Venus, who loves you as a brother or a sister or a sib, and honors your soul with her blessing. Shine true, beloved, shine bright. I love this so incredibly much. This is really, really gorgeous. And I don't want them to see it's, like super obvious and be like, I'll probably have some LGBTQ plus people here. My peeps. But I'm definitely seeing that a lot of you could be struggling with identity right now, or just coming into a different way of thinking about yourself. And then you thought previously. Maybe you guys are just like evolving, and I'll be really candid with you guys, and I'll be really open and kind of come out to you guys right now that when I was discovering that I am genderqueer, it was really difficult because I felt like I had to stick to the notion of like I'm a woman. I know this is like TMI maybe, but really it was really my spiritual path and the letting go of some of the things that they were saying in the oracle here, like fear of men, that let me discover all the fantastic things that were about myself and how I didn't necessarily fit into the binary. It's not going to resonate for all of you guys, about the binary, of course, but what I'm seeing is that you guys are letting go of so much and have come to this really, really beautiful place in your enlightenment where you have integrated both sides of yourself so much that they're kind of becoming blurred, okay? And I don't mean like, what gender you are, okay? That's kind of separate, but the energies of masculine and feminine within you, okay? They're no longer separate. You don't have to think about like, okay, this is my masculine side, this is my feminine side. You are just you. You're just you. And you're not really trying to integrate any longer. And this is a really, really beautiful space. I really feel like from this point, things really take off in your spiritual journey, and you'll start seeing more manifestations come to life much easier because you're really in a great balance, okay? So let's go ahead and look at this. Let's have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I love this. So like I said, really it's that you guys are releasing and healing your past, and that's bringing you to more truth about yourself, who you are, how you feel inside, and how you express that. And that could be an expression of gender, but it also could be an expression of just your energy, okay? And then what's that, Bridget? Caution is warranted. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. And I'm really getting that this is for LGBTQ plus folks. I really do think I attracted a lot of folks to this specific pile because I sense that for a lot of you guys, and maybe for those of you who are straight too, that there is this unveiling of yourself and your soul that you're really trying to hone in on, okay? So continue to explore yourself, continue to explore, what this evolution, this soul evolution means for you, and for, how you present, for how you feel inside. But just know that you're coming to this really fantastic space of elevation, and this is going to help you on your path so much, okay? I won't say too much. I know that was really long-winded. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you got a lot from it, that it really helped you. That is always my intention, of course. And I also have the OG reading today. It's going to be about how people view you. All right, if you want to know about that, it's coming up in a few seconds. Check that out. But yeah, that is it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this reading, that it helped you. And I'll do the next one, okay? Love and light. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to all of my OGs. So to the very end of the reading, I'm so happy to have you all here. I really hope that you enjoyed this very long-winded reading. But I thought this deck is so gorgeous. It always deserves its own reading. So I'll probably do these every couple weeks or so. Anyway, so let's check it out. How do people view you? I'm using the Tarot of Sexual Magic today. So for my OGs, how do people view them? Ooh, we got death coming up here. No surprise with the reading coming up today. How do people view you? So people see you as you're always changing, you're always shifting, you're always in the up and up. Okay, Emperor. People see you as being very in control of your energy, very in control of your life, having a lot of success that's going to come to you soon. People see you as like being a magnet for success as well. Ooh, people think that you'd be a really great trip in bed. Okay, they're very good in bed. People look at you and they're like, wow, I'd really like to, you know, get it on with them. People think you could be like kind of freaky too, like you're kind of kinky maybe. We got a lot of people in my last reading who were like about the sexual thing. Who were like, you described them perfectly, like that's exactly what they want to do to me. And I was like, damn, y'all, like y'all are some freaks. I mean, I fuck with that. I mess with that. Anyway, Eight of Swords in reverse. People feel like you're very free. Okay, you're very free from judgment, and that you really cherish yourself. You don't really judge yourself. You don't let other people judge you. You know, you're very in control. You're definitely very successful. They see you as being very successful. People also feel like they really, like, people want you a lot, okay? People see you as having a really great hourglass figure. You may not have that. That's okay. People see it, though. That's what I'm saying, okay? See the difference? Anyway, you may not think so, but they think you have an hourglass figure. Ooh, look at the clarification. The clarification is booty. The clarification is you got a nice, you know, physique going, okay? And I don't want to hear y'all in the comments calling yourself potatoes. You already know what I would say to that, okay? Hot potatoes, all right? Hot potatoes. Anyway, people think you're fire. People think you're very sexy. People think you're, like, a little bit slinky. Like, the way you walk is very sensual, okay? Yes, and some people are actually obsessed with your energy and how it seems like you're destined for success. Like, people really want to ride your wave like that. A lot of people have a lot of passion for you. Sorry guys, I'm stuttering. It's like some people hold a torch for you, and some people hold a whole fireplace for you. You know, you have quite a few admirers. If you practice like witchcraft or you practice like the occult or whatever, I don't know. You're very powerful, is what I'm getting. Okay. And also very powerful in bed. If you've ever practiced sex magic, it's worked. It's worked on people. Okay. Am I condoning it? I'm not saying anything about it, okay? Anyway, King of Pentacles here. You have a specific person who is interested in you, by the way. This could be someone like in your class, someone you work with. This could be someone in, I don't want to say in your friend group. They're not in your friend group, actually. Someone you met online, even. I'm getting a lot of online vibes, okay, from that. I mean, everything's online, right? So, what can I say? What else? Okay, ooh, okay, say less. We have a lot of people who want to see you in the bedroom, okay? There are people who, like, will like to get freaky with you, you know what I mean? Pull out the chains and the whips and whatnot, you know, the ankle cuffs or whatever. I really hope my parents aren't watching this, but people want to, like, pull your hair as well. I didn't intend for this to be sexual, but here we are. People want to pull your hair. How do people view you? People think you have, like, nice, good hair to pull. You know what I mean? It's kind of random. And it doesn't matter what gender you are, by the way. I'm speaking in a neutral way. People want to do that to you, okay? What else are we getting? If you do have, you know, breastises, okay, people really like them. I think that they're, like, perky, very good looking, very full, okay? I don't even care if they're small. People think they're full, okay? So that is what it is. Six of Swords. You got people who want to take you out on dates and also fantasize about being with you in the woods. I'm getting, like, a camping fantasy. Someone could have asked you to go camping recently, and they really just wanted to, like, F you out in the woods. So that's really what their intention was, okay? So that's for someone out there. Please comment if you were the camping person, okay? I just want to know. I'm just curious. And then what else? Five of Wands in reverse. People think that you always have someone interested in you, but there's always, like, someone around you. But I don't think that's actually the case. Like, you guys are, a lot of you are probably single, but people see you as always having someone around you, okay? Actually, you guys are probably yearning for someone in particular, or you guys just, like, want love in general. But people see you as, you know, being very busy, not really wanting love, okay? Like, you're always busy with other people. I'm going to wrap it up with the Romance Angels now. So how do people view you? How do people view my OGs? Love you guys, by the way. Love you. Trust. Okay, people naturally trust you. You're someone who's very naturally trustworthy. They think you're really fantastic. People think that you have a really good personality. Okay? Express your love. Yeah, you guys are really great speakers. Okay, people see you as a pretty good public speaker, and that you have, if that's not the case for you, then it's that you have really good ways of expressing yourself. Okay, whether that be through art, music, dance, song, whatever. Let go of control issues. It came out in reverse. People can naturally see that you've done a lot of spiritual work on yourself, and you become a much better person. It's very obvious you did a lot of spiritual work. And then we have very soon. So like I said, you have a love interest who is who wants to come in, like, flirt with you, start a little fling with you. This is like mostly sexual, but it's just fun as well. It's like fun in like a fling energy. So someone's gonna come towards you with that very soon. Okay? So that is the reading for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. You got a lot from it. That is always my intention. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this. So the other day, someone commented and was like, "Oh, so God, like telling me that what are your intentions? Because it's you know what? I'm gonna cut this out. Honestly, let me not even. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope that you liked it, that you got a lot from it, and I'll talk to you guys the next time. Okay? Love and light. Love you so much. Okay? Bye bye.